than Brandon Staley
Fire
and
him.
the San Diego, LA
The
Choker
not
Chargers.
superchargers. The not superchargers.
30-31. Man, the numbers for this game, Max. Look, first of all, big storyline. Trevor Lawrence starts this game off 4 interceptions.
3 by Asante Samuel. Had a hell of a
3
game.
by Hassan, and all 4 in the first quarter, right?
I
Am I
think it's
right?
first half, I think. 3 were in the first quarter, 4 in the first half.
Jeez. Um, Look, man. I want to start this off by saying the Jacksonville Jaguars absolutely amaze me with this comeback, Max. I really do want to give them credit.
What point was just that you knew it was over for them? Like the Chargers, I mean. Like when he missed that field goal, I was like, "Oh yeah. It's just done. It's a wrap."
No, I didn't think it was over after that field goal. I mean, they had so many chances to win this game, and they just simply didn't do it. And then I think it was a full team effort. Look, I do think they should fire Brandon Staley. Part of it was Trevor Lawrence going freaking God mode on them,
Well, no, I
having
think it's that too, but it's also like, dude, they were playing so differently. As soon as they got up there, like, all right, we'll just, we'll let them dink and
well, they
dunk, and
can't
we'll
run the
just.
ball, Max. They can't
No,
run
but
the
I'm saying
ball.
the defense, they weren't being aggressive anymore. They were just like, oh crap, and then Jacksonville's like, hey, we're gonna stop throwing you the ball short. We're gonna take chances, and
Well, I think that's a testament of like those 3 picks. 3 out of the 4 were fluke. They were fluke picks. They weren't like horrible decisions. I think there was just, like one of those like bad breaks right there
well, I
on the
disagree with that.
Jaguars
I
part.
disagree with it. Was that they were all flukes? I think the only one was a fluke was the first one. I think the Chargers had an idea of what the offense was, and Asante Samuel, the fourth down one, it's like, yeah, you're gonna throw it, doesn't matter. You don't get it, you don't get it. But then Asante Samuel literally jumped 2 routes where Trevor Lawrence had bad balls. They were just badly thrown.
I think Lawrence had one bad ball out of the picks, but all the rest were nothing like egregious. Like, oh my god, where the hell are you throwing?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
I didn't think that. And even Trevor Lawrence said it like after the game. He was like, "Yeah, like I stuck with my confidence. Like I didn't think I made like a horrendous play. One of them was really boneheaded, but the other 3 weren't." And I think it just goes back to like this Charger team is like very flawed, and it's just they don't have enough this year. Like it's too much on Herbert, and they don't even utilize Herbert that good. Mike Williams was hurt for this game. No one to throw the ball deep. It's all deke and dunk. Like Max, they threw the ball 43 times with Herbert, up 27-0.
Yeah,
That's
that's just the flaw of their team. They can't
that's
run the ball.
unacceptable.
Jacksonville's not some amazing stop the run team in my book. They're of a good front, but that defense kind of held the Chargers to 3 at some times. I mean, it wasn't like the Chargers got 28 straight points off turnovers. No, they were getting held to 3 sometimes, and that kind of kept this within reach. And on the other side of it, you got to point your finger at Joey Bosa. You just have to. And I like Joey Bosa. You made 2 of the biggest boneheaded things. I can't believe they didn't throw him out of the game. The helmet thing, I kind of understand but at the same time, it's like, keep your effing composure. That's how I knew. I was like, they're gonna lose. They're unraveling. They're
Yeah.
unraveling. And then when they missed the field goal to take it to a touchdown, like a 5-point game, I was like, oh, they're done. They have to get 40 yards. That's it. Psst. Chump change. Chump
I
change.
I just find it amazing, man, that all they needed was really just one touchdown drive, one good drive in the second half, and they couldn't do it.
They can't
Whether
run
it
the
was
ball. They
Yeah,
can't do
whether it
anything.
was not being able to run the ball or Herbert had one missed ball to Keenan Allen on a third down, and that was the obvious one where they missed the field goal after that. But like I said, I think it ties into everybody. Like as much as I want to blame Staley for it, like 100%, I can't. I think everyone had like their hands in this one.
Yeah, like Lombardi, the OC, Joe
Yeah.
Lombardi, dumb play calls. It's just, you have this great talent at quarterback, but God forbid they make the game easy for him. And the offense is flawed from the start. Like you said, there's no speed on offense. Eckler's not really one of the best running backs. He's cool. He's a nice change of pace. I like Eckler, but he's nothing special. And then their defense, they all they try to do is play like just set up to play pass coverage, and they get the ball ran down their throat. If Jackson wasn't down 28-0 they would have had like 300 rushing yards. They ran for 100 rushing yards in a loss. I mean, in like a 28-0 game at one point.
Yeah. And I think just Jacksonville started off really bad, but you got to tip your hat to Trevor Lawrence, man.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
how well was he fucking playing? And then your boy Philly. I mean, he's kind of reminding us why
Awesome
he
fourth play call with 3 running backs won. That was awesome because the team like the Chargers, they're so freaking worried because they have no chance to stop anybody.
Yeah.
And then they just gashed them.
Yeah. Derwin James after the game talking about never felt like this after a football game like this. Who knows what the future holds? I do think it was a crucial window for the Chargers, and not only because some of the talent that they had on defense and some of the guys that on offense, like Keenan Allen's not getting any older, and you look at me and you say, "Are you crazy?" One like Justin Herbert's young. One thing that people tend to realize is Justin Herbert's rookie contract is probably done after the season.
Yeah, he's on his 3rd year, so he'll have 4th and then a 5th-year option, then the extension. And I mean, they've already tried pushing the chips in to compete. J.C. Jackson was a bust. Khalil Mack was okay. Sebastian Joseph Day was a good signing, but where's the speed on offense? Where's this creative offense? And like, I like Brandon Staley, and maybe it's like me being a little over dramatic to say fire him, but if you get Sean Payton on the line and he's like, "Hey, I want to live in LA, I want to coach this team," goodbye. Have a nice day, Brandon Staley.
The only thing that worries me with the whole Sean Payton thing, Max,
Which turns into a circus or what?
No, I don't think so. I think if any team with Justin Herbert and Sean Payton's going to be a home run, but Dean Spanos is very cheap. He's a poor owner, and you're going to need a lot of big bucks to sign a guy like Sean Payton.
Yeah,
and
they don't even have their own stadium.
Exactly. That's the only if money wasn't involved, like if Sean Payton wants to take a pay cut, he should 1000% go to LA to go coach the Chargers. But I think the money involved is going to be the backbreaker on Sean Payton not going there. I would fire Brandon Staley regardless. I would have fired him after week 18 of last year. I think this is an underwhelming team. And even though he's not the one necessarily with his handprints on the offense, Max, he did hire these guys at the end of the day. Like, he needs to get a better staff around him. And then to top it all off, like, the defense has been a problem. You've had what, 3 years, bro?
2
and
years.
It's like 2 years.
Yeah, this is the 2nd year. So I have a question. Do you think there's any chance you're being over dramatic because you hate the Chargers? And I mean, look,
I don't think so.
I'm just making the case. I'm just making the case that last year they were a game away from the playoffs. They went 9-8. This year they made the playoffs and probably should have won this game. So, I mean, the grass isn't always greener, like we like to say. And I know I get why you have your reasons for like the stuff you see, and you're like, "What are you doing?"
They're just so underwhelming, though.
I mean, maybe
you're not. I said this with Dable. What makes Dable great, Max?
He's a leader.
What makes him great?
He gets it done. He gets the job done.
Not only does he get the job done, he gets the best out of his players. I don't think he's getting the best out of Herbert. I don't think he's getting the best out of the defense. Like, why does it always fall back on the players for him? And last year, that worked. Oh, they don't have that talented of a team. Like, their defense is not that good. Okay, let's reload. We got Bosa. We got Mac. Got some corners now. Sante Samuel, 2nd year. And it's like, how many times is it the players? Why can't you elevate the players?
You make a valid point, You make a very valid point about Brandon Staley. I think it's interesting to see what's going to happen to him.